In this video, I'm going to talk about how to obtain the derivative of a trig function. Our two basic trig functions are going to be sine of u and cosine of u, cos u, in which u is our function, fx. For the first case, in which we have sine u, let's say that our function is y is equal to sine u. dy dx would then be equal to cosine u, our function again, times du dx. So this is our formula for when we have a sine function. Now for the other function, let's say we have y is equal to cosine u, dy dx would be negative sine of u times du dx. And that's the equation. Most people forget about this negative, so be careful with that. So let's say for the case of y is equal to sine of x, what would y prime be? Using the formula that's on top, it would just be cosine u is x times 1, so we can forget about this one, which means that the derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. Now for the other case, if the function was cosine of x, so let me fix that, cosine of x, then using the formula that's here, y prime would be negative sine of x. So be careful about that. It's not sine of x, it's negative sine of x. There's one more trig function I wanted to talk about, and that's tan x. So the tangent of x, or tangent of u. The thing about this function is that it is equal to sine x over cosine x, which means that this is our function y, and we can use the quotient rule to solve it. So y prime would be cosine x times cosine x. This cosine x is the derivative of sine x, and then we have minus, it's negative sine x, which is the derivative of cosine x, times sine of x over cosine of x squared. And let me write it a little smaller so everything fits better. That looks better. So the blue colors are just the u prime and v prime, meaning they're the derivative of sine x and cosine x, just so you can see the difference. And what we get after adding everything up is cosine squared of x plus sine squared of x over cosine squared of x. And I will talk about this in future videos, this is equal to 1 because it's an identity. So cosine plus sine squared of x is equal to 1. I will talk about identities in a future video again, meaning that the derivative of tan x is simply 1 over cosine of cosine squared x. Sorry. I will solve more problems on trig functions in future videos, in the next video actually. And I will talk about the identities in future videos because I'll get into more trigonometry for calculus. And well, knowing these identities just makes it easier. And if you found the video helpful, like it and share with your friends.